What's going on, man? It's your boy Breeze. I'm here with Tampa right now on the industry's most wanted podcast.
If I say it, you know I ain't lying. Man, that pressure I won't stop applying. For the price, if I wanted, I'm buying. Bitches choosing, it's me that they eyeing. Head on the swivel, yeah. I'm too official. Coaching these niggas on how to level up.
What's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted Hype Me Up podcast.
Industry's
Is that right?
most wanted.
And I heard we got Breeze checking in. What's going on with you, bro?
What's going on, man?
Boom. Appreciate you being here. You know what I'm saying? You brought all the good energy, positive vibes with you tonight.
Always.
I'm excited for you to be here. I personally extended that invite. I wanted you to come through and just, you got a lot going on, bro. I see it. I see what you got going on. But listen, go ahead and break it down for us, like all the way. Who is Breeze?
Breeze is, so I'm from Vegas, I'm from Vegas in Atlanta. I'm an artist, man. I'm just a hard worker, dedicated to my music. I'm very passionate about what I do. I'm just out here trying to make something out of myself. I'm trying to break the curse. I want to be able to, make something out of myself, man. As an artist,
Absolutely. Are you originally from Baltimore?
I am originally from Baltimore. I don't really tell people that, but I don't know anything about Baltimore.
I got you. Understood.
There, yeah.
So you was basically, your mom gave birth to you there, but you didn't. How long were you there?
So my brother is like a couple of years older than me. He was there longer than I was. I think like I was born there. We came here, then we went out to Vegas, came back.
Yeah.
So it was more of like a back and forth thing between like here in Atlanta and Vegas, but I don't really know much about Baltimore.
Understood. So. I get it. No, I totally get it. You were born there. That was your birthplace, but that's about it.
That's it. Like, yeah, that's about it. Like I know I run into a lot of people from Baltimore, which is so crazy, but I just
because you definitely don't have that Baltimore accent.
Yeah, that's wild. The Baltimore accent is crazy.
Dude, what you do?
Yeah, that accent is crazy. Like, yeah.
I'm not clowning, y'all. I'm just, having fun.
Yeah.
No, that's what's up, man. So would you say you've spent more time living in Vegas or out here in the A?
I would say out here. But I mean, I tell people, if somebody asks me where I'm from, I'm telling them I'm from Las Vegas.
Understood.
I just experienced so much out there. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can really say. Like I just experienced a lot. I did my middle school and some of my high school years out there, and then I came back out here, graduated, did my last year of high school out here, and I just been here ever since. But I just kind of feel like I went through a lot out there. I experienced a lot. So
well, let's talk about that because most people that know about Vegas or relate to it are adults because they go out there for the casinos and the fun. And I've gone out there for that, but I also went and did hiking and, explored the, beautiful parts of Vegas and stuff like that. Yeah. Being that you was in middle school and high school, how did being in Vegas impact you during those years of your life?
So it's a lot. See, people that are like tourists, they go there, it's just tourists.
People like me.
The strip. Yeah, it's a strip. But Vegas is really like it's really like being in LA.
Yeah.
A lot of people from California come to Las Vegas. So like the lingo, the way people dress, everything is really like really from being out in LA. So it's a culture shock, for somebody coming from out here to being out on the West Coast. Just everything is different.
Right.
The temperature, the landscape.
Yeah.
Everything is just way
people's
different.
attitudes, everything.
It's different.
Totally
and it's
different.
fast too. Like Vegas is fast. So, it's a lot slower out here. And when we came back out here, people were like, man, I talk so fast. Like my grandma was telling me, like, oh, you talk so much more proper. You don't sound like you know what I'm saying? You from Atlanta. Like,
shout out to Granny.
So, right. Yeah, she was telling me, like, man, y'all talk so proper now. Like, I mean, I don't know, just the way people talk out on the West Coast is just so different.
It is very different. Absolutely. Yeah. And I love it, because I was really, even though I'm from Florida, I had a big influence from West Coast music.
Yeah.
I'm definitely your elder.
For sure.
But I'm an OG, y'all. But I was heavily influenced, like back, of course, the whole, era of Warren G and Nate Dogg and Snoop and Dr. Dre and NWA. Like, that was my era of falling in love really with hip hop, and a lot of it came from the West Coast. Yeah. So I think not only did they, but they still have a big influence on a lot of people, you know, that are in the music industry or just lovers of music.
Facts, yeah. I believe that too. I definitely think so too, yeah. I would say this though, being out in Las Vegas, like now, I think that if you want to make it in the music industry, you're better off going to, I want to say California.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Cali or like anywhere else, you know, the hottest cities, because the music scene isn't that big out in Las Vegas.
Right, especially for independent artists.
Yeah, but there are, don't get me wrong, there are like a few artists that have really popped, but I think they might have had to go out to LA to get their connections and stuff like that and come back to Vegas. So
absolutely, most definitely. Was you into music on a personal level when you was out in Vegas, or did that start once you came to Atlanta?
You want to know what's crazy? So I've always been around music my entire life.
Yeah.
And my brother is like, he gave me like the battery in my back because my brother was into music when we lived out on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And I was just always around it. And I remember like freestyling and stuff like that. But when we came back here, you know, like my last few years of high school, that was when I really just got into it, like full time.
Yeah.
Like just recording. My mom was like, why don't y'all just get y'all a setup?
That's dope. She was on board. I love that.
Definitely on board. Anything that kept us out the streets, you know, she was
100%. 100%. I feel that. I was a single mom, so I was kind of the same way. I was like, I told my son, whatever you decide to do, as long as it keeps you out of trouble, I'm 100% supporter of it. You know, he took the route of playing sports, but you know, music is a good thing too, because I think it allows you the platform for your voice. Yeah. If you got something to get off your chest, put it through your music rather than going out there doing something that's going to land you in a bad situation. Yeah,
and then it's like me and my brother, like I'm like just like real characters, you know. So the music thing, it really came easy, and it's almost like second nature.
Of course, you know? So would you say it's safe to say that you could pay homage to your brother for being like probably one of the first people to influence you to want to do music?
Definitely. He would say me. I don't like it's so we have this conversation all the time. He would be like, no, bro, you know what I'm saying? You made me go harder and stuff like that. You know, a lot of people don't have that, you know.
Right, absolutely.
You know, somebody to push them and make them better at music. You know, some people just got to figure everything out on their own. But
facts.
You know, that was something.
What's your brother's name?
Marquez.
Marquez, shout out to you, bro. we giving you your flowers.
Shout out to the bros. For real.
Most definitely. You know, also taking it back to that era of when you really first started doing music, you know, give us a couple of your musical influences.
Back in the day, when let me see, back, like, you want my music influences now or just like
you can give me, we can do both. Give me some, maybe one or two when you first started, and then fast forward to now, maybe a couple that you wouldn't mind working with.
Okay. So when I was younger, I remember my dad and my mom used to play like a lot of like UGK.
Okay.
A lot of Outkast. I think my dad was the one that put me and my brother on to like Nellyville and like Eminem, like all this like real rap.
Yeah,
like,
most definitely.
The classic stuff. So, and then my mom, she introduced me to like Sade and, you know, like Aretha and all the
stuff ladies like.
All the real melodic stuff. So, yeah, man, I would say those were like my first influences when I was younger. And then as time moved on and how the industry music evolved and stuff like that, I just started to grow on like a lot of different other artists, you know. I would say Nipsey is definitely one of my favorite artists. I listen to a lot of West Coast music, a lot of up north music too. I love let me see, who can I think of? I love Currency.
Okay.
You know, I love Davies.
Yeah.
I love who else? I listen to a lot of people. I listen to I just grab influence from like a lot of different artists. I listen to a lot of underdogs, like people that I think should be
absolutely
on top.
There's a lot of those out there.
Yeah.
And I think it's just tough because there's so many people doing music now that I believe that it's a bittersweet. The sweet part is we have social media now, which didn't exist back in the day of a lot of those artists that you named. That's the sweet part. But the bitter part is now, because of social media, there's so many people who think that they can be a rapper or a singer that it kind of clogs it up for people who really got talent. They got to fight their way through all that.
Yeah, that's a fact. I believe that too. I think, let me see, like, I think, with social media, you can put something on the internet. Somebody can do something crazy, put something on the internet, and it'll be hot tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And then you got somebody like me who's been working all these years. I put in well over my 10,000 hours. And you know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to get to where I'm trying to get to musically.
Yeah. It's Godspeed.
Godspeed.
You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I've been doing it for 12, and I'm like, I would have just knew that I would have been where the Breakfast Club is at this point, but we still working on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't compare our journey to no one else's.
That's a fact. And it's no blueprint, with the music industry. That's why I just keep going. It's really a marathon for me.
Nah, for real. Again, shout out to Nip.
Shout out to Nip, man. It's really a marathon. I tell people that all the time. I just stay focused, do what I got to do. I don't pay too much attention to what everybody else has going on.
Yeah.
I get sidetracked, and sometimes stuff like that can really discourage you. So I just stay in my zone. I work, go home, work on my music, man, and do what I got to do to get to where I need to be.
Let's dive into that a little bit deeper. What you just said, that you stay focused, because you don't have to tell us your age, but I know you're young. You know what I'm saying? At someone around your age group, a lot of guys and girls, they want to be out there partying and having fun and doing this, that, and the third, which becomes a major distraction and a major waste of money.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Just saying it. What's keeping you focused from, letting all that get in the way of what you want to do?
I've always thought like steps ahead. Like, I'm always thinking, if I do this, what would next week? What would I be thinking? How would I be feeling like next week, next month, next year? Like, I've always put myself in
proactive.
This mindset. Like,
my dog.
I always just think steps ahead. Like, if I do this, I know I don't have the money to do this, but if I spend my money on this, how am I going to feel? Like, what situation am I going to be in next? Like, in the future. So I just always think ahead. If I work hard now, then in the future, we can go buy this island. We can do whatever we want, because, I put in the work, and now I'm in a position where I'm financially free, and I can do whatever, I can do whatever I want to do. So,
man, you got a lot of wisdom.
For real. Like,
you must have some of the right, OGs, or just, people that are older than you around you mentoring you, or you've just picked it up along the way, because there's a lot of people that sit here with me that don't have that same mentality. And it's not to throw no shade, but it's just a fact that, and I always tell them, I'm like, you have to learn to be proactive rather than reactive.
Yeah.
Being reactive a lot of times lands you in bad situations that you can't get yourself out of. But by thinking ahead, like you said, you can properly plan for, okay, what's my next step? If I make this move, what's going to happen?
And me, like, personally, I can't speak on anybody else, but I learn from everybody else's mistakes.
There you go.
I see stuff that happens to other people, and I'm like, nah, I don't want that to happen to me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what you should do. Take heed to what you got your brother. He's older than you. Is he your only sibling?
So I have my biological brother, same mom and dad, and then I have another brother and a sister, which is like half.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I'm closer to my biological brother than I am.
And he's the one that's older than you?
Couple years older than me.
Did you learn lessons from him, or was he just, he ain't act up?
What's crazy, we both experienced a lot of ups and downs at the same time.
Right.
With him just being a couple years ahead of me, we did a lot of the same things around the same time. So, we just really I feel like I learned so much at such a young age. I experienced so much. Like, when I was younger in high school, I did the club thing. I went out. I just kind of did what everybody. I did what a lot of kids or like a lot of younger people wanted to do when they were in high school, or the years after you graduate high school and college and stuff like that. I just did it at such an early age that when I, in my 20s, like my mid-20s and stuff like that, I just was like, my whole mindset is different.
Right. You got it out your system early.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Which there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know, some people definitely mature and grow faster than others. And those people are the ones that you typically see by the time they hit 30, man, they really thriving.
That's a fact.
There's some people who are 30 that are still trying to find themselves, and that's cool too. Again, it's Godspeed. You know, we're moving, trusting the process, not rushing it.
That's a fact.
Being out here in Atlanta, would you say that it's helping you as far as your music and advancing with your music?
I do. I will say that, yeah, there's a lot of, I want to say, like, being here in Atlanta, you have to figure out a way to, let me see, how can I word this? Like, being out here in Atlanta, you really, I don't think it's talent. I want to say you just really have to be connected with the right people.
That's true. I agree.
And that plays into social media too,
yes.
as well. You know, people, you know, the rap game it's not really the skill or the art anymore. It's just more about popularity. So it's a lot of people out here in Atlanta that I don't think, like, you know what I'm saying, musically, but with them just having the connections and, being with the right people at the right times and stuff like that, you build relationships with people, and, that can help propel you and take you to another level, so.
100%. I say it all the time. Relationships will put you in places that money cannot.
That's a fact, yeah.
And that's just, it's powerful because I've learned that along the way, especially being out here in Atlanta. Like, some of the stuff I've been able to do is because strictly off of the relationships I built.
Yep.
Not because I broke bread with them. We just built a relationship with each other. So you're absolutely right. Yep. Which is, that's a good thing for some. It puts them in a higher position. Yeah, most definitely.
And, like, back in the day when I was younger and everybody had to go through the record labels and stuff like that, that was the people that would tell you, no, it's not going to work. This is not for,
Yeah.
But now, like you said, people just, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try this out. And the next thing you know, it's everywhere on the internet.
Absolutely.
Who is this signing? Let's sign them. That's how it works nowadays. So
it's hard to keep up, especially for someone like myself who's like a content creator, and I'm always looking, for the next dope talent like yourself.
I do appreciate
to come through here. Like, I get people always be like, oh, have you heard of this person? I'm like, no. Like, there's just artists popping up everywhere. Every day.
Yeah, the music industry, the music game is just very saturated right now.
It really is. It really is. So with that being said, shout out to Breeze on the check-in. What sets you apart from all these other talents that are out there?
I would say, like, my work ethic. I want to say, like, definitely, like, the content of my music is different.
Yeah.
I'm very versatile as an artist. I don't really pay too much attention, to what everybody else has going on. I might peek in a little bit and see, that's hot right now. What, cool. I'm still going to do what I do. I think that, just me being me and me just staying true to myself, that sets me apart from everything that's going on, because, like, something might be hot right now, but 3 to 6 months later, now what? You popped off that, but then now what? You have nothing that holds no weight, there's no longevity in what you just created. So
a lot of those on TikTok, a lot of TikTok sensations, they blow up and they're like, oh, they got like 8 million followers. I'm like, I never even heard of this person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So these platforms are making nobodies into somebody.
Yeah. But how long is it going to last?
It's not. It's really not. Like, it's like an overnight sensation. They come as quickly as they come in, they fizzle out.
And the people that, I tell myself this all the time. There's so many artists in this music industry that's hot right now that we don't know about.
Absolutely.
And and it's because of the music that they create. It just has so much more. Like, it lasts so much longer than.
Right. It's got longevity to it. It's resonated better by a lot of people.
Yeah.
Where, I'm a lover of all music. You take any genre and there's probably a song from each genre, at least one song, maybe not all of them, that I'll be like, oh yeah, that's a cool song. I like that. Like you said, some of these artists are making music that's for the masses. Mm-hmm. It's not catered to one particular kind of audience. Like, it's something that they can play in a movie, they can play in a club, they can let their kids listen to it and be cool with that.
Yeah.
How would you describe your music for people who haven't had the opportunity to hear it without boxing yourself in? How would you describe it?
So I would say my music is direct, it's passionate. It's music for, you know, people that's go getters. You know what I'm saying? Like it's motivational type of music. You know, again, I'm a very versatile artist, so I do tap into, you know, different places and want to touch on different topics and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's definitely like motivational type of music. So for sure,
that's the type of music that we need, especially with a lot of the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be trying to be everybody's mama. But I like, you know, a lot of the people that I sit down with are really young enough to be my child. So it's like I don't be trying to come off a certain way, but I also try to mentor them a little bit. You know, like there's a better way. And they need that. A lot of it comes from the music, you know, whether people want to admit it or not. A lot of it's coming from what they're listening to. That's great that you're putting out motivational music. Out of all the songs you put out, what is one of your favorite verses, bars, lines? Like, give us one of them.
One of the favorite. That's a good question. One of my favorite bars. I'm trying to think.
We put them on the spot, y'all.
Yeah, you did. I'm trying to think.
That's what we do over here in the Streets Most Wanted.
Wanted.
One of my favorite bars, I would say. That's a good question.
We can come back to it if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit on that because I got a
ponder on that one for a moment.
Yeah, I got a whole Rolodex in my mind. Just
I know it'd be a lot. It'd be a lot.
Yeah.
I get it. So let me ask you this: for the people, you know, who check this out, what's the most recent single that you're pushing and you're working out there?
So I have Head on a Swivel right now. It's on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play.
Yeah.
I have it on my SoundCloud. I have a lot of music on my SoundCloud, and I have a lot of stuff on my YouTube. I'm going to have more music throughout this year. I'm going to be releasing more music on all platforms.
Yeah.
So I want everybody to look forward to that. So
where did the name Breeze come from?
So that's a funny question. Like, people have been calling me that ever since I was in high school. Like, I don't know. I've just always been real, like, cool, calm, and collective.
Yeah.
I was just talking to my manager about that. Like, my personality has always been very, like, zen.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I catch that vibe from you.
Yeah, so people tell me all, like, it was just something that came across me being with my friends, and it was just like, Breeze, and I just click with everybody, and it just
you're like
around.
A nice breeze on a sunny Sunday morning.
It just clicked, and it just stuck with me ever since. So
no, it definitely fits your vibe because, you know, like we were saying in the beginning, you know, I've been watching you on social media, and I pay attention to how people maneuver. Like, I'm really big on people who are professional and have manners.
Yep.
You know, again, I be in mama mode, but I'm just like, a lot of these youngins are just. I'm like, who raised y'all? You know what I'm saying? Like, they have no manners or very disrespectful, and I just got the complete opposite vibe from you I'm saying, like, on a good note.
I do. I thank you for that.
Of course, and that's what's going to take you a long way in this business.
Right.
You know, common courtesy goes a long, long, long way in this business. You know what I'm saying? So definitely keep doing what you're doing. I heard that you like to freestyle, though. I'm just saying.
Ooh, man, I do. Like, I got a lot of bars, but, you know, I definitely came with something for you, though. For
you
sure.
did?
I did. I came with something for you, for sure.
Oh, I hope y'all are excited because I'm definitely excited. Before we get into it, there's a couple things that, you know, we got to do. We got to let everybody know, you know, where they can follow you, keep up with you on your social platforms. Okay,
so everything right now is Alliance of Lions on my YouTube and on my Instagram. So that's ALLIANCEOFLIONZ. Got to make sure you put a Z at the end. And yeah, that's where we at right now on all platforms. You can even type it in on Google, and a whole bunch of stuff will pull up. Alliance
what does that mean to you? The name of your social platforms?
So Alliance of Lions, it originally came from when I actually wrote that in a verse.
Okay,
it was a song that me and my brother did.
Okay, so coming back, that might be the one. Remember we was talking about it.
I don't necessarily remember what came before that or after that, but I definitely remember writing Alliance of Lions. And for me, Alliance of Lions means just a group of people that's building an empire.
Yes.
And everybody is we all have a set goal or set goals that we're trying to reach, and it's just really all about building an empire and just moving forward and just growth. So that's where Alliance of Lions came from. And I used to have like dreads back in the day, so the line, the dreads, and just like,
that was your main.
I was like, basically, so
I love it.
Yeah.
So it's safe to say then that was probably one of your top verses though, because it created all your social platforms.
I believe so.
You stamped it. It meant something to you.
It did.
So one more time, tell them again for the people in the back, you know, on the side.
So Alliance of Lions, that's ALLIANCEOFLION with a Z.
Okay.
All right. That's on all platforms, YouTube, SoundCloud, Instagram. And again, you can just, if you type it in on Google, everything will pull up.
Pops up. Okay, got you. I know you have a lot of people that support you. You brought some with you tonight.
I do.
Who you want to shout out to? Who you want to show some love to?
I want to give a special shout out to my manager. You know, she has been there and supported me through a lot. She's seen a lot of the trials and tribulations and things that I've been through as an artist that a lot of the world don't see.
Yeah.
You know, social media, everybody sees all the good stuff.
Absolutely.
But they don't know
100%.
the hard work and the countless hours of sleep and tiredness and stuff that we have to go through. So I want to give a special shout out to her.
Yes.
And I want to give a special shout out again to my brother. You know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for him pushing me to continue to do this, you know, or be as good as I am as an artist and just, you know, just be that battery in my back, you know, who knows where I would have been.
Absolutely.
What I would have been doing for real. So
most definitely. That's love right there. Last question before we get into this freestyle, which I'm excited about. We're live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast, right?
Industries.
yeah.
Most Wanted.
We got Breeze checking in tonight, and he's about to tell us and tell the whole world what makes you the industry's most wanted.
What makes me the most industry's most wanted?
You rubbing your hand like Birdman.
Right. I'm hardworking, you know, passionate about what I do. I love what I do. And I just want to put out, you know, I want to spread peace, love, and positivity.
Absolutely.
To everybody. So, and I'm just a positive person, artist. You know, I just want to put out good vibes. You know, spread good vibes. You know,
that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about, man.
So listen, without further ado, you guys, we about to get into this freestyle. I hope you guys are ready for it. What you got for us tonight? Like, you know, what instrumental are we rocking on?
So I got I think I sent it to you.
Go Crazy?
Go Crazy.
Jeezy?
Yeah, Jeezy, Go Crazy.
So you about to go crazy on them?
I'm going to go crazy real quick for him.
All right, so let me know if the volume is good.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
That volume's okay for you?
Hold up. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Look. I say. Look. Yeah. We know shit be easier said than done. Woke up early, I'm about to go on a nice run. Girl, honestly, you not the only one. Super minute, not the only one. Yeah, I got fits for all weathers. Shout out to my partners on God, they all steppers. Never fear change, embrace it. Nipsey Hussle painting, I'ma cop it, and I know where I'ma place it. In my crib, yeah, see a nigga wealthy. Savage Dior, got it on me, I know y'all smell me. If it doesn't feel right, I'm not gonna do it. Too much procrastination with work, he gotta get to it. Look, so many haters saying shit about me that ain't true. It feels good to do whatever I wanna do. You love her, the mama just gave me brain in my coupe. Ponytail, lips glazed, earrings, hoops. If a job is worth doing, I'ma do it well. Moving forward in life, in the past I don't dwell. Rate my rap and you know a nigga breaking the scale. Anybody try to rob me, I promise that they gon' fail. Young artist, young creator, hot nigga. Club event, so I gotta do this drop, nigga. Open my mind to my endless possibilities. I've been out here making history, yeah.
Straight like that. Okay.
Something like that, you
Nah, you did that. You carried your weight.
I did.
You went crazy on them. All
Something
that.
like that, you know, something like that.
Jeezy would be proud. You did him proud, I'm just saying. There's a lot of artists that want to do that but can't.
You think so?
I know so.
Oh, you know so?
I know so. I be putting them on the spot. So I'm like, nah. And they're honest. They're just like, nah, I don't freestyle.
Real.
And that's cool. You know, it's not for everybody. But that was dope, man. You really did that. I'm impressed.
That, for real. I appreciate that. That's what I do. This is what I do. Like, this is what I do. So.
Most definitely. Well, listen, give me love one more time. Boom. Appreciate you being here. Anything else before we get up out of here?
No, I think we good. I think we covered everything.
We got everything.
Man, I appreciate you for having
me. Of course. For sure. It was a pleasure.
I do.
And I'm going to see you at the top.
For sure. That's the only way from here, man, to the top.
Big facts, man. We up out of here, y'all.
All right.
Smoking on greenery, I'm on the lake pier. Yeah, back out of state, just touchdown speedy. For money, I've always been greedy. Suck me, then fuck me, then I'ma go eat on some Wheaties. Man, them suckers can't